Meanwhile, traffic authorities in the Eastern Cape have carried out a number of operations during the weekend. In Nelson Mandela Bay alone, 57 people have been arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol since Friday. SABC News reporter Nqonji has more on that story.
Traffic volumes are beginning to pick up in the N2 leading to Gqeberha. This busy road, as expected, is beginning to look a bit more vibrant than it did this morning. A number of traffic officers, as you can see, have come out to ensure that the law is in order and that motorists and road users are adhering to road regulations and they are following the law. This comes after, of course, said news were confirmed this morning by the MEC of Transport in the Eastern Cape, saying that 40 people have been murdered in our roads or have been killed in our roads during this Easter weekend, almost doubling the number from last year. And that came after the MMC of Safety and Security in the Nelson Mandela Bay actually released news that he was shocked by the number of drivers who tested positive for alcohol or with high alcohol volumes in their blood during the Easter holiday, saying none of them adhered to the warning that they should remain safe in our roads. And that resulted to over 50 people being arrested. But right now I'm going to bring in the acting director of the provincial law enforcement, Mr. Charles. A very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to the viewers.
Let's go straight to today. Obviously things are picking up. How far have you gone today? Earlier on it was pretty quiet, things were chilled. Can you say that you're anticipating a successful day?
Definitely, if you remember, we were the roadblock on top checking vehicles moving out of Gqeberha. These ones are getting into Gqeberha. And you can also see at this roadblock, people are well behaved and they adhere to the rules of the road. But I must also mention, except for this roadblock, we also have visible patrols, because you normally find once people leave the roadblock, they start to speed at the other side of the roadblock points. So we have also officers between here and Grahamstown, Gqeberha to Humansdorp. The N2 is fully patrolled by our provincial traffic officers.
And I know we've been talking about this the whole morning, but of course it's quite alarming that the number has doubled this year in terms of the deaths that have happened on our roads during the Easter holiday. Just highlight some of the reasons behind it, mainly what was happening with our people.
If one do a quick analysis of all the fatalities that happened on the provincial roads in the province of the Eastern Cape, you will find out that once again it's the human error, human behavior. It's how our drivers behave on the road. Most of our drivers are responsible drivers, but you'll find a very few of them that are totally irresponsible. They have no they disregard the road traffic rules and regulations. They don't adhere to them, and as such they overtake at places where they're not supposed to be overtaking, and by thereby causing head-on collisions, and people die in such collisions. A head-on collision is a very, very serious accident.